I don't feel, I don't feel. I need to plug my phone inside.
Because there's no one to mourn but me. Stars lost in the fever dream, living in an abandoned house.
You know, I could start off with something that is not related to music. Something I should learn piano. Uh, Sorry. I should try to focus on making music. Rah. Um, I don't know. Um, actually, we can keep that. No. I rah, rah. Okay, that's I cannot compel myself to do anymore. Start. That was damn. We really reduced the time spent um on making music every day. It used to be an hour, and now it's only like 15 minutes. Um, okay. um, what do I want to do? Well, I could search for somewhere to browse. Google Maps. But we've already found places to draw from. So it's not a matter of trying to find something. It's just a matter of motivation, really. Um, yearn for the starless world approaching. It's lagging. I'm not doing anything. And that's okay. I just would like to be doing something, but I don't actually want to. That's a distinction. Is that um okay.
Watch the light above my head. My mind still going itself. I wanna touch someone else. Touch, 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 touch,
It's so interesting. I might take it in a direction where like I should write this down actually. Well, I don't know what to write down, but Hello. Yeah. Um, hello, Ham Palace. I think I will work on your storyboard soon. I'm just like, I need to, what do I need to do? My God. My freaking God. Um, I need to find any semblance of motivation to get started on anything. Because for the past like 10 minutes, I've just been staring at my script and it's like, oh yeah, I could. And I'm not even speaking out loud. I'm just like thinking in my head, like, okay, I can add this and I can do this and I can message CFW and then like, do do. What defines me as some. I love this song. But you know what? Okay. There's no beating around the bush. I might as well just get started now, even if I don't want to. Um, knock. Oh wait, I should have moved the chats first. But I really don't want to draw. I don't want to. Oh my god. I don't want to draw. I don't want to draw. I think I may wait a little bit longer if that's okay.
Lost myself when I lost you on a train to nowhere. I can feel the distance
Rating
separating
us
us
from
from
stars.
stars, or
Is
is
it
it
just
just me?
me?
I
I
wonder
wonder. Can
again.
do, do.
All my love feels misplaced at fantasies I created. I want someone to hold my hand, but after years of waiting, if there's an ending nightmare, nothing came. Knock, 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 knock.
We have met before, but I don't quite recall the name you had. I feel something so familiar in that voice, like it's my mom. Oh, I messed up the lyrics. Everyone's been me, I see it now, but still it's really late. I don't think a thing about the world.
Maybe it's under my nose, maybe it's not that important. Born to die or reject, that's what I thought. But you changed me, oh you changed me, oh you found me inside the closet. You changed me, oh you changed me, oh you
Everyone feels the same. Everyone is lonely. 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 Everyone is afraid. I could do 3D modeling, or I could like I don't know.
Everything passed by, slipping out of my hands.
I
Tired
wish
of
I
trying, tired
I
of
wish I had
running away, but I'm not opting
um
for an easy way. I have to find someone who gave me
well,
a
we can browse
name.
Google Maps, I
This
suppose.
time I'm not alright with this. I am not created just to be shunned away. I am not created just to hunger for death. I am not created just to turn into sun. This world and me, we are the same, are we?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. Yeah. I love that they always put statues on the bridges. It's really neat. Holidays blowing down, I feel the waves very firmly on the ground. It's blue. Google Street View. Oh, this was taken 2025. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. Love this song. Okay, I should really do something. Go somewhere, become someone. Use my magic powers. My magic. Oh my god, my magic has been drained. Or... Sorry. I love this song. I I how do I feel? I feel lost. Or wait, there was like these lyrics to like okay, whatever. I feel so disconcerted with like the state of my art. It's like this feeling won't go away, and it's making me cringe. But how do you feel, Hand Palace? It's as if I'm looking for the answer to my conundrum by scrolling through Google Maps to find the perfect landscape that I can perfectly emulate and perfectly be satisfied with everything. Whoa, wait, I actually like these clouds so much though. Holy schmoly. Maybe if I can get a better angle. You feel wild? That's awesome. I'm envious. Okay, but I'll work on your project right now. No, I don't want to. Um, oh, well, please don't let me distract you from that. Continue playing with them. Okay. Sorry, I'm just moving my tabs around. Now I have to pull out my tablet. Oh, I have to pull out. Oh, you're not playing with. Okay. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Dun. Okay. Um. Oh yeah, I remember. Ah, God. Hang on. I'm gonna like put my head down for like 20 seconds and see if that helps. Okay. Um. Okay. I love this song, this piece, because you can't sing to it. Do 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 do. Okay, let's credit your music. Go to channel. Okay, so let's pull up the script too. script. Living in the fever dream. Living, if I'm even living, I don't feel, I don't feel, I don't feel, I don't feel living with you. Okay, let's see where we left off. I just want to get it out. Shift tab, please. Can we add some zero into that too? Thank you. I sound like an indecipherable mess when I. Sorry. Rendering playback range. Oh my god. 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry, why am I adding my echo? Okay, it's decent, I suppose. I suppose. We already had drawings for this. Yes, we did. Now I'm gonna have to pull up the 3D model. Not the 3D model. Oh my god. Some days will be better than others. Some days will be better. Oh my god, to fix Araba Kase Kutan Gumi. That's how you pronounce her name? Gumi. Gumi. Sorry, I'm gonna try to. They're on and on. All your actions do one basket. Oh wait, we have the storyboard things over there. Dun, 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 dun. Meow. No one cares if no one cares enough to be upfront. Oh, I got the lyrics wrong. Gotta run them home. But no one cares if no one cares enough to be a pro. Nothing ever lasts. No one tries to change. They can build rare shit without meaning, and I need it. I love this monologue. Dude, I'm having so much trouble with this shot. Um, I think I just go with this. We can just expand it. Those pixels are going to be enlarged, but you know what? It's fine. These are just storyboards. They don't have to be. Okay. What's the next script line? Oh, and then we can do the opposing shot that I just made. Dun 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 dun. And let me credit your music. I don't know where to put this cut. Um, I don't, save me to fix Rada. Save me, save me, save me, save me. Life, I'm a living life. Okay, sorry, I should focus. I don't have ADHD, I swear. So we've always set it at, let me just make sure, we've always set it at the first chord of the chord of like the progression of like dun dun dun. Yes, it is the first chord. Okay. Okay, right there. Let's see how that looks. Goddamn. This is totally messing up the order of the script. And that's okay. Maybe I should make adjustments before I draw them, but like at the same time, I don't want to spend like another. Well, I don't want to do anything. It was on to knowing well. You ever feel like you need a push? That you're stuck behind that brain of yours? And let me tell her I think the process only if you allow me. I would lie for you.
And if you ever feel like you're doing too much, take a pause, try to shine. If you keep doubting, take your phone and call me only if you're lonely. Make me one more night, make me living light, make me breathing light, make me like the rest, hide me there. You could hide with me, we could both be free, free
Free
to
to be
be
whatever we may want to be. Ooh, be. Ooh. Love that song. Uh, I hope I can delineate this with. It's just like the time. I don't want to delineate the time. It's like, raw. What are the points of sword words? It's not an automatic. It's not. Okay. Can just turn around. How does that look? What are you referring to? And the one for the one open.
And if you ever feel like you're doing too much, take a pause, try to shine. If you keep doubting, take your phone and call me only if you're lonely. Make me one more night, make me living light, make me breathing light, make me like the rest.
Oh wait, this
Hide
is
me
supposed to be upside down.
there.
I'll flip it in a second. I don't remember how to draw her hair. Because like I specifically want her hair to be straightened and not like that other. Ah, my God, my God. Uh-huh. Ooh, the Johnny Meister. I guess I can adjust the expression. Or that is something. Storyboards. The pain, the agony of drawing. Um, this is where I might have to. Yeah, this is the extension of the song is totally messing up the pacing of the script. Because like I specifically remember I was like, oh, I wanted the so I think I'm gonna have to well I can't zoom out the timeline further. It's like this whole scene has to be moved to the right that I just drew. Let's just do that. Oh, did that work? Wait. Uh, yes. This is okay. And then here's the other problem is that I wrote too much content for the amount of time that the lyrics takes place. So it's like the editing is gonna the editing's gonna be like really I mean not necessarily bad, it's just gonna be different from what I'm used to. Okay. Yes, that works. Now we need to fill oh my god, that is like a whole what 12 seconds of content that I did not write for. Um Okay, so that could be a problem that I fix now, or like feel it shudder. Okay, wait, we have the storyboard segments down here for a reason. To delineate the shot, kind of shot we want it to be. Goddamn. Fuck. Sorry. Should not be cursing. Um, um, um. Oh my god.
Your stars aligning.
You fell out of bed.
Get back to writing. The
Words
in your
in your
head. The information, your circation, your soulful plasma, dark miasma, full of soft sullen dread.
I don't know, maybe something like that.
You're full of secrets, and I understand.
It isn't easy. I'm your biggest fan. My mind's on backwards, romantic outwards. Your symmetric, our heart's symmetric. At least that's what's the plan. Dun 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 dun. Sorry, I know I'm not joining. I just want to. Storyboards, why am I doing this?
My brain is hot, 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 my brain is hot,
Okay, I can figure it out later. Got it. I'm shocked, my lips are tingling. The couch with yours around me. I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm.
brain is hot, my brain is hot. My head feels like it's going to melt. My skin is rough, I'm not myself. I feel like I've been taken somewhere else. I'm not at home, I'm not.
Oh my god, man. How am I going to fill the space? Perhaps that is a problem for not me right now. Excuse me. Okay, I guess we can just spend this. Is there enough? Sorry, I know I'm not doing anything. I just, no more negative self-talk! Not that I said anything negative, it's just like, I was about to, I think, methinks. I'm unsure. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, some days I have to accept that some days will be worse than others. And the amount of progress is take. No, I can't. I can do this. I'm magical. I'm full of magic. I have magic powers that allow me to draw and write and make music. Nothing can stop my magic. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Why am I denoting all these details when I don't need them? Nothing can stop my magic. I appreciate the encouragement, genuinely. I mean that with complete and total sincerity. I cannot emphasize that enough. Because I am magical. I have magic powers that let me make art. All kinds of art, all mediums. What am I trying to do? Kai follows behind Ella. Maybe we can like lower the composition so that it shows them news. My God. Let's resize this. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm so worried about the editing of this music video. It's like right there. There's just so oh my God. Meow, meow, meow. Wait, do I have these in live chat? Nothing can stop my magic. Nothing can stop my magic. Save me. Don't look at me in that way. Cover Imitara. I don't build PCs, I just get laptops. I don't know anything about PC building. Sorry. I prefer laptops over like desktops. Dun 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 da 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 da. Left side. Man, my local 30 miles, maybe not so local now. Nothing that micro center had the thing one video first more than 16 gigabyte FTDR. See, that's for $15 so. Yeah, I hope you can travel there. 30 mile, wait, so if it takes like, if you're driving on a highway for like 60 miles per hour, that'll take like half an hour to get there. So yeah, that isn't really too local, but I wish for your success in getting that. That would be so cool. Meow. Save me the Sen version of Amori My Time by Carrot113 and Andrew Ruin. Save me from this nightmare. Raining a necklace, I'll play it in golden diamonds like half the price of three. Yeah. I don't really know the prices, but I know that like the RAM, like something about like the production of RAM like retracting from uh PC. Wait, what am I trying to say? It's like this company that like made a lot of RAM for people, like decided to stop doing that for the industry. So like I know that's getting more expensive, but like I don't know the actual prices of like computer parts. But yeah, that does sound like a steal. Gloves. Your eyes, you'll be here soon. 1、2、3、4、5分。でもこの後できない。I'm gonna try to get better here. of time will bring my neck. Every single moment's fun. Cut.
To do.
Days go by, shattered glass, moments pass. Oh my god, hello, welcome to the stream. Yes, we are making storyboards right now. Do a variety of art here. My god, I freaking go. What kind of art do you make, you like drawing. You clarified that already. Just meant like digital art or like traditional or maybe different mediums. I don't know. Sorry. I'm measuring this. My first impressions already gone. I'm okay. Drop people when I do paper with pencil. Nice. And all good, I thought that's no. Uh, in my attempts to reach, what I'm trying to say is that there's no. Okay. I don't think there's any perceived, like, well, of course there's a scale of like things that are worse and things that are better when it comes to skills such as socializing, because it is a skill, it is something you have to learn. But like, I think you like in alignment with how you've already made such a ah. You've left a strong impression on me already. Like most people just join and say like hi or like something, and like there's not much to like converse about. But like you've already introduced yourself as like a little artist, and like that gives a lot of material to work with. You know? I'm being laughed at. The horror. I didn't mean that, by the way. I don't think you're laughing at me. I like misconstruing people's intents and like making bits out of it. Bits. Can expand this a little bit. Or sorry, by expand I mean like shrink. Or we should get rid of that arm first. Oh wait, am I destroying the scene? You're just happy? Yeah, I figured. It's okay. Um, we can make this larger because it's like in the foreground. I just think I'm funny. I try to be. Uh, I think I sometimes, I don't know. I feel like my humor is very interesting, uh, to put it. How do I describe this? Ah! You'll figure it out, or not figure it out. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that over time, it will become apparent the kind of humor I have because it's like it's very ridiculous. Uh, yeah, you do get that. Yay. Dash back to the past. If not, I don't know the lyrics to this one. I'm sorry, but I love this song. Oh, thank you. I appreciate your support. I think I actually got a notification for that. Let me pull up my phone. Yeah, because you have public subscribers on. I do too. Yes. He calls my name. This storyboard is so messy. It's not even funny. What TV shows do you like? Let me think. I've been watching Pluribus, Heated Rivalry. Those are more Western stuff, but I also love anime. So like Tokugo. Tokugo is one of my favorite anime. But what about you? What do you like? Okay. I think I want to do something else because this is not working out. So I'm going to delete this. Um, and oh, Lego Ninjago? Ooh, I haven't seen that since I was a kid. Thank you, Hunter x Hunter. I've seen a lot of these actually. I've seen My Hero, I've seen Hunter x Hunter, I've seen Demon Slayer, but it's been so long. It's literally been years, so I don't know much, or not that I don't remember, but it's just like, it's like I wouldn't be able to tell you a lot of the characters' names except for like Deku, Midoriya, or they're the same character, but like Bakugo, All Might, Demon Slayer. Do I know any characters' names? Um, I watched the okay, let me tell you. So Lego Ninjago, I um I watched when I was a kid. Who's my favorite? You see, this is where I struggle because like I remember liking the white ninja who had the ice powers. Uh I thought or I don't want to, or you've seen it, so it's just, there's like this plot twist that like, Zane, yes, Zane, thank you. Um, I should really, cause like, I'm sure it would make me nostalgic to watch again. Hello, we are making art, and you know what? I'm just gonna try and doodle. Um, just small things, just to practice drawing. Welcome to the stream. But who is your favorite Ninjago character? That's a, I feel like you're more educated and equipped for this question. Hang on. Do you do song request? Maybe. It depends on how I'm feeling, to be honest. But you can shoot your shot, and I'll see if I feel inclined to. Cool. Oh, the black. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. It's really cool. It's neat that you actually like. Um, I find it cool that people appreciate art like that. Like you seem like an artist yourself, and like um, you like appreciate the industry of animation, which is cool. Because like all the shows that you said were animated stuff. Um, so yeah, I think that's really neat. But Taking Town. Oh, it's okay. You don't have to clarify that you're not forcing. I didn't get the impression you were. Who's the artist though? Because I'm sure there's a lot of songs with the title "Sinking Town." Do you know the band Duran Duran? No, I do not. Who are they? Oh, okay. Well, let me look it up then. Yeah. Sinking Town. Song. Uh, yeah, that's the thing. There's like different versions. So like, uh, some are Japanese. Some are wait, are they all the same song? A band from the UK from the 1980s. They still make songs. Oh wow, that's like literally 45 years. That's so cool. Thank you for educating me. I've actually been drawing the Ninjago characters as if they were humans and not Legos. Oh, I love, fan art that expands upon that is really cool. I love that for you, like Jenny. Is it on your channel or like where can I see it possibly? Because I would love to support you as an artist. And okay, I'll play this one. Is this the right song? I don't even know. Oh, I've heard the song. It's a animation meme, right? The hit song was Rio and Hungry Like the Wolf. I've never heard of it. Lots of edits and not much else that I should put my. Yeah, you should. Please, your art deserves to be seen by the world, like genuinely. So, um, let me know if you. I mean, you don't have to, of course, but like, if you do, let me know. Okay. See you then. This song's pretty good. I like the instruments that it uses. It's very unique in that regard. Um, I don't know. I mean, what do you want to do? And also, you can just post it on your community tab so that it's like just an image. Um, yeah, I mean, you have many options. And I don't have a preference. It's literally your channel, you know, however you want to organize it. Excuse me. That was a good song. Thank you for the recommendation. Um, yeah, man. Welcome back. Don't be sorry. That takes priority over watching a YouTube stream, I would say. Okay. See you then when you come back. Yeah, please. I would love to learn more about them. So you may, whichever song, hopefully it's not copyrighted, but even if it is, YouTube actually is pretty forgiving about infringement, so they don't, what is it called? They haven't struck me down yet. They just kind of restrict my videos from different countries. So you can totally suggest a song. Oh wait, I realized, this version, the version that I clicked doesn't credit the artist, because it just says release topic. But it is Nova. Can I get that on screen? Nova Creative. That's an interesting name. Okay. Let me switch it up, and I'm just gonna scroll up so I can. Uh, Duran Duran Rio. Duran Duran Rio. I will just click the first result. Okay. Is it playing? Oh, it just has to build up. It's quiet at first. I kind of like my hair long, you know? I just haven't washed it in a couple days, but it looks better when I. A palma? What is a palma? Yeah, the bass is really awesome. I love the amount of instruments. palm of your hand. I've heard this song before. I've heard this song before. I was about to say I really recognize this. I'm surprised they didn't know the band. Yeah, no, this song is really good. Thank you for sharing. I'm trying to learn music myself, so I'm like paying attention to like how the dynamic how do I describe it? What is so good? The music or wow. I love that. Thank you. I might check them out off stream because like I genuinely love that. It was like super dynamic and like the pacing of it was really interesting. I will give it a like. Thank you for the recommendation, Felix. That's why I love kind of taking song requests sometimes, because like it's like I get introduced to art that I otherwise wouldn't have seen. Though I totally recognize that, like near the middle. Ooh, yeah, maybe. Um, I just all right, yeah, I'll play it. You said Felix. Or sorry, that's your name. You mean Schaefer? Schaefer.
Out on the top plains, the glides are moving. Oh, looking for a new place to
Yeah, this
drive.
one's a lot slower, you're right.
You sit beside me, so newly charming. Sweating dewdrops glisten fresh in your side. And the sun drips down, bedding heavy behind the front of your dress, all shadowy lined. And the droning engine throbs in time with your beating
I love the lyrics
heart.
to this one. It's so interesting. You know.
Way down the lane away, living for another day. The aphids swarm up in the drifting haze. Swim seagull in the sky towards that hollow western isle. My envied lady holds you fast in her gaze. And the sun drips down, bedding heavy behind the front of your dress, all shadowy lined. And the droning engine throbs in time with your beating heart. And the sun drips down, bedding heavy behind the front of your dress, all shadowy lined. And the droning engine throbs in time with your beating
Sorry about that.
heart. Sing, Lucilla. And watching lovers part, I feel you smiling. What last winters lie so deep in your mind? To tear out from your eyes with a thought to stiffen brooding lies. And I'll only watch you leave me further behind. And the sun drips down, bedding heavy behind the front of your dress, all shadowy lined. And the droning engine throbs in time with your beating heart. And the sun drips down, bedding heavy behind the front of your dress, all shadowy lined. The droning engine throbs in time with your beating heart. Sing, Lucilla.
Nice. That's so good. I love the like slow vibe to it and like the kind of tone it creates with the lyrics. It was really like I think I will subscribe because I would like to see more. The days go by so uniformly. Oh, vinyls, nice. I one time I only have like one vinyl. Um, it's like it was from The Caretaker. He's an ambient musician. I think his name is Kirby. Kirby Leyland. Um, and he made like really neat, thematically deep music about like dementia and like I so it's so expensive to like collect them, so I don't really do it a lot, but yeah. Oh, the caretaker. I can show you. Let me just link. Hang on. The caretaker. You didn't. Wait, what? You didn't know. Oh yeah, you do know them. That's cool. You didn't know people get arrested because they trespassed the abandoned island called Discovery Island near Disney. And I don't know what you're referring to, Tim. I'm so sorry. Um, but I think I will. I don't know if I want to keep drawing. I don't know. I'm not really enjoying myself. Well, I don't really. Haven't. Mm. Ah! How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours. Well, um, hmm. Yeah, what should I do? I should go somewhere, become something, do something. Use my magic powers to activate. I don't know. Oh, yeah, this is a musician who made music for multiple different anime like Vinland Saga and Tokyo Ghoul. I absolutely adore him as a composer. Um, it's really neat stuff. Oh, nice. I'll be honest, I haven't seen Vinland Saga yet, but I plan to read and watch it because it is definitely up there on like things. I imagine. I've heard stories. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Okay, I've got to do something else. I've got to do something else. Um, how about maybe Blender? I don't know. Sorry, there's a wire trapped underneath. Uh, I also wanted to learn Photoshop. That's something I wanted to do. Dun, 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 dun. I should do something crazy stuff. Welcome back. Oh wait, I should not be playing with that hole. There's a hole in my glove. Let me show you. Uh, that I kind of like fidget with, and I don't want to make it any bigger than it already is. Okay, what should I do? I think I should model in Blender. Um, but I I hesitate. Oh, nice. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna work in Blender. Uh, I will, or maybe I should like follow like a geometry tutorial. Um, let me just. Sorry, I'm organizing my desk. Blender. Dun, dun, dun. Do, 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 do. Modeling. Oh wait, I have to move all the stuff down. Give me 1 second. So I was really struggling with like where to take this, and so I think we can try to maybe model the landscape, but I really don't know how I would do that even. Um, I don't know. So I think I should just follow like a tutorial. Um, uh, I like looking at the fish. Sorry. Fish. What should I do in Blender? And Blender. Um, uh, okay, I could just go back to the bodies. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so indecisive and aimless. It's actually kind of concerning. But we did have modeling from animation here, and is this. Um, um, yeah, Blender geometry.
For instance, there will always be dirt, there will always be ground, trees, things in surroundings like walls, shelves, books.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do. Um,
based on rules that you define, and you can do some crazy things with it. Create things that were previously impossible, or build tools to enable faster production. Every artist should learn the basics, which, look, you've never heard of it before, you wouldn't know which one to use until you follow a tutorial and then you see it. And honestly, that's the easiest way. That's the best way to learn, in my opinion, is to not like look up like in alphabetical order, like what does each of these things do and when do I need to use it. Like, just, you need to know it when you need to know it. So like, try and do things yourself, and then like look up, Google it, you find a screenshot or a tutorial, and then you learn about
oh,
that
thank you.
node that sounded complicated or weird before. So in this case, we want to create scattered objects. So we need points. So underneath points, we're looking for distribute points on faces. So
Oh,
when you
that was
click,
not what I meant to do.
and if I just, you can see as I mouse over this this line here, if I just click, do a single click, it'll then automatically join it for me. Now, joining nodes is, if you're familiar with shaders, it's roughly the same thing, but you generally want to have the same color go into the same color. So green to green, purple to purple, etc. There are
Geometry.
exceptions to that, and we'll talk about that later, but that's just a general rule. So what this has done is it has taken our mesh data of a cube and it said, okay,
Distribute points on faces. Wow, it's crazy.
instead of the mesh, you want to see points. And it has now scattered points on that. And you can see if I increase the density there, it looks like the shape of my cube. Okay, cool. I can do really cool things with these points. I could do animations. I could make them fall. I could do everything. But this is just the most basic form of it. Now, we actually want to have not just the points by themselves, because if I was to render, actually I would get nothing. because points don't actually render. They're just for the 3D viewport until you reference them and tell them what to render them as. As well as these points, I want to see the cube. So I want to use the cube data twice, and I can do that with another node that you'll need all the time, which is join geometry. Shift A, join geometry. By the way, if you can't ever remember which menu it is under, if you just go up to search and then just type in join or whatever it is you're looking for, you can find it that way as well. So if I drop this in here after my points on faces, you can see this input here is different. It's longer than these other ones. And this is actually a new concept for geometry nodes. This didn't used to exist, but this will let you put in as many inputs as you want into this. So I can, for example, I can take my output of my original cube data and put it in here, which is, to me, that's pretty cool. It's like it's using the cube data twice. It's using it for rendering the cube, and it's also just removing the cube data, replacing it with points, and then it's using that as well, and it's combining it into one, which is very cool. So that's great. Now, again, if I was to render this, I wouldn't see those points because they do not render unless you tell them what to render as. So to do that, we need another node right after here, not before it, but after it, points. We're looking for points, no, not points, sorry, instances. Instance on points, not 2 points, completely separate. Instance on points. Someone's honking their horn right outside. All right, if I was to drop this in here, you can see the points have vanished because now you're saying replace those points with whatever is in the instance right here, and we've got nothing in there right now. So we need another object. We need to put an object into this instance here, and we want them to look like sugar crystals. Sugar crystals are basically little cubes. You can, by the way, you could, if you were fancy, you could use cube, mesh primitives. You could add in a cube if you wanted to, but we want to bevel it later, and it's just helpful if it's its own object. So I'm going to, in the 3D viewport, add another cube, and let's just move this to the side. And I also want to scale it down so that it's much smaller than this. So I'll just scale this, and I'm going to type in 0.1. So S 0.1, and then enter, and then it will scale it to a tenth of the size. Okay, I have to make sure I'm like 10th to 1%, no, 10%. Anyways. All right, also you'll know, by the way, if you click on another object, like a camera, a lamp, or anything like that, the geometry nodes have vanished. And that's because it will, by default, it'll only show you what is selected. And it'll also only show you what's selected in your modifier stack there. If you don't want to have to keep searching for your object in order to see this, if you click that pin icon there, then that will pin this here. No matter what is selected, this will always be here until I unpin that. So we want to have that pinned. All right, so I'm going to rename this cube here sugar crystal, and then I want to reference this in my geometry node setup down here. So I can do that very simply, and I love that you can do this now in Blender. Just click from my outliner down here into this node setup, and it's now automatically created an object info node with that object selected, which is pretty cool. All right, so I want to reference this into the instance, so you can probably guess. So let's just make this a little bit bigger. We're going to go green to green. Geometry to instance. Haha. All right, now that we've done that, you can see that it's doing something, but it's not working the way that we had hoped. And that is because when we added in this cube and we scaled it down, when you've scaled something down, it's not referencing it in your geometry nodes or everywhere else in Blender perhaps until you have applied the scale of that. So I did this deliberately just so that you could see the scale of this is still 0.1. So we need to apply it by hitting Control A and then hit scale. And now those values are 1, and now it's referencing it correctly. Right, so if I was to adjust this density here, you can see that I can choose how many sugar crystals do I want to appear on my my cube. It doesn't look very detailed yet. We'll get there. And that value will change it there, which is cool. All right, now it currently looks like, I don't know, like a lazy spaceship, like how they used to do like greeble on spaceships and things for like old animations, and it was just like blocky shapes. We want this to look like sugar crystals, which are clinging on, and those have to be rotated. So each of these little cubes here we want to be rotated. Now there is a rotation value here in this instance on points, but if we were to change this, it's changing all of the points one by one. Whereas we want to create a random value for each of those points. So for that, we need another node that you will use all the time as well, and that is, let's just move this up, Shift A, Utilities Random Value. Again, you can also search for it random if you can never remember what it is, random value. And does what it says on the tin. Random value generates a random value between, in this case, 0 and 1. Now, this is a float. A float is a single number, and that's a gray output, a single number. Whereas rotation is 3. It's 3 axes, x, a y, and a z. So you could actually connect this into it like that, and you would get rotation. But you would see that you've got kind of like a pattern, right? Like they're all kind of rotating almost to the same sort of thing. And it's because, like, let's say it's generating a value of, like, for one of these points, like 0.2. It's rotating it at exactly, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, or whatever, like that for all 3 of the axes, which is not actually what we want. We want each axis to have its own value independently. So instead of float, what I'm looking for is vector. Okay, so now if I drop this in here, you can see we get a lot more values because there's the min for each of the 3 axes, x, y, and z, and x, y, and z for the max. But now that we've got that, you can see that we've got a lot more random rotation happening, right? Now, the other thing to note is, like, okay, 1, is that 1 degree? It looks like it's more than 1 degree. What is going on? This value here, these are actually radians. That's right, radians. What is a radian? A radian is 57.29 degrees, all right? It's a mathematical concept, and geometry nodes is generally mathematical. So you just have to get used to it. There's like a lot of math functions and things like that when it comes to geometry nodes, and radians is one of them. So this is not 1 degree, it is 1 radian, which is about 57. So it is giving us a random value between 0 and 57-ish degrees. If we set this to 2, it's a little bit more, right? It's giving us a little bit more rotation, but again, it's not 360. It's 360, it's like you could actually type in pi. Pi would be 180, right? Because it's 3.142. It would be, it's half of it, but actually we want double pi. So if you wanted to, you could type in 2 times pi, or there's a word for that, which is called tau, which I didn't know was a word until I needed it for this exact thing. And Arundel's YouTube channel, everyone should subscribe. If you want to go deep into geometry nodes, like really deep, he's the master of it. But tau, tau is twice pi. It's the full circumference or whatever of the circle. I should pay attention to math, shouldn't I? Anyway. And just quickly, for environments, like if you were, say, scattering some photo-scanned rocks from Polygon, or you're building an environment, in those cases, you would actually want to rotate on only the z-axis. Anyways, all right, so now let's do the scale. So I'm going to duplicate my random value here, and I'm going to plug this into my scale. Now, in the case of scale, different to our rotation, we don't want to have separate values for our x, y, and our z, because we might get something that is not a cube shape, right? This looks like they're the same value, but remember, it's generating a value like in between those, right? So you'll get some that are like rectangular prisms and things. So we want to keep it as a cube, but yeah, just like different values of the cube. So for that, we want to change it back to float and then plug that into scale. And now they all stay as cubes, but just different values in there. Now, I would never have the minimum set as 0, because then that could technically be a value which you would not be able to see, but it would still be rendering. So I'm just going to make it just a little bit more. Yeah, you can see it's exactly what it's doing there. It's like a cube that's like invisible. So yeah, I just make it a little bit more than 0, and then it comes through. And there you go. And you can see, now that we've got that, we've got the sizing that looks pretty good. If we cranked up our density there, you can sort of see what we're getting at with this tutorial. So we've learned about the basics of geometry nodes. Go ahead, join me in the next part as we delve a little more deeper into some. Now, if I was to be working with this, like imagine, I'm building a scene, I've got like a piece of candy. It doesn't look much like a piece of candy at the moment, but if I was, one control that I would want easy access to would be the density, the amount of sugar that's on this. And the only way currently to access that would be to go back to my Geometry Nodes tab, look through here, try and familiarize myself with the layout, and then go like, the density, there it is. That's the value that I'm looking for. That's not a very fast way to work. I want to make that value accessible. And that can be done by simply dragging the value to this empty input right here. And when I do that, you can see that it's disappeared from that density slot there. The value's gone. It's fed into here, and now it's visible and changeable from my modifier stack. And that modifier stack is it's visible everywhere, right? It's much more accessible. I can find it in the layout mode, any mode that I want. And so it's a lot easier to work with. Another value that I'd probably want easy access to is the scale value, the min and the max of this this random scale at the bottom here. So I'm going to connect my min and my max to these empty points here, which means that they're now accessible. And I could also actually change the names that appear here so that they're more easy for me to remember. So if with this group input selected, if I hit N on my keyboard and then in group, select any of these inputs and I can type in a new name. So I could type in scale min, scale max, density. I could even call it sugar density, like that. So now they're much easier for me to think about and remember. Speaking of working with a scene and thinking about this as an object, this object here, we might not realize it yet, but this is a huge piece of candy. It's like the size of an adult
Oh, no worries.
person standing here. 2 by 2 meters is huge. Now, a lot of beginners wonder why it matters that things are out of scale, because it's like, if you could put a plane here, it could look like a piece of candy on a floor. It doesn't really matter. But it will when you're using a camera, because the depth of field will be wrong because it's at a different scale. And also if you're using objects from an asset library like Polygon or anywhere else, you're dropping stuff in there. It's just all going to be out of whack, and it's just, you never want to do that. So let's rescale this to something that makes sense. So from 2 meters, let's get it down to 2 centimeters, which is a 100th of the size. So S.01 enter. And you can see that it's now down to 2 centimeters in size. And I got to do the same with my sugar crystal, S.01. And I'm going to hit Alt-G on that sugar crystal just so that it snaps to the center there, and then I'll move that to the side. All right, now you might remember we've forgotten to do something, and that's because whenever you change the scale, you have to apply the scale. So I'm going to hit Control-A, apply scale. Something weird's happened there, and that's because it's now using the wrong scale for my sugar crystal. I've got to do the same there. Apply the scale, Control-A, scale. Okay, so we've got the sizing right, but now our sugar cube looks very, very different. There is now only 2 pieces of sugar there instead of what we had before. And why is that? The reason for that is that this density value here, for this the distribute points on faces here, that density value, that's not the count. It's not like it's 173 sugar crystals it's putting on there. That's the density in terms of like the world volume. So if you can imagine, you've got like right here on our cube, there is a 1 by 1 meter cube around it, right? That's the size of like a volume for this density value. And then within that volume, there are these little points, okay? And so it has to line, like the size of my cube inside of that volume is basically wherever there is a point within it, it will actually appear on the face. But if it can't find any, then it just won't appear. So you really have to crank up this value a lot so that you get more and more points here. An easy way that I actually like to think of it, more visual example, is like think of a truck on the highway, right? And it's driving along. The size of that truck, it's going to be hitting.
Have you ever had a cake cookie? No. Is that like a cake, but it's like you hold it in your hand or something as like a cookie? I can't say I have. No. What about you?
On the windshield of that truck. But a smaller car, it's going to hit less insects. There's going to be less insects because it's occupying less space. So think of it like that. We've now got a much smaller object, so you would need a lot more insects to be hitting the size of that car. So this density value here needs to be cranked. But even as I'm like moving my mouse here, increasing it and increasing it, increasing it, oh, I finally get 1 extra piece. That is not an artist-friendly tool. I would have to like come in here and then go like, all right, I'll type in a 0, 1 more 0, maybe 5 instead of 1, maybe 9. That's just an annoying way to work. We instead can do this extra 0 multiplication inside of geometry nodes between our sugar density and our density value here.
I don't know how it's made, but yeah, I have my mom made them and I'm having them for the first time and they're good. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I love that for you. Like chilling.
So let's set this back to something a little more sensible, like 200. Zoom in on my sugar cube here, and then I'm going to add in a utilities math node. So right in here between this sugar density and the density, drop it in, and instead of add, I want to change that to multiply. Then this value here, remember those zeros that I added? I'm going to type in 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. And now it's multiplying 200 by 10,000, which is 2 million, roughly. Is that? Hang on, am I way off? I'm just trying to do it in my head. But hang on. I'm going to subtract one so it's easy for me to think about. That is like this is 200,000. If I was to set this to 200,000, it'd be the exact same when I drop this in here, right? Because 200 times 1,000, 200,000. All right, and then I add another zero. So yeah, it'd be like 2 million. Yeah, I was right. When I do that, this value here, you can see, it's a lot more user-friendly. I can move my mouth back and forth, and it's just basically it's multiplying this so that it's more approachable for a small-scaled object. Speaking of making things more user-friendly, something else you quickly realize when you start getting into geometry nodes is that once you start building out and you add more and more nodes to it, it becomes more and more time consuming to remember, like, what do these values do again? Like, oh, it's the min, it's a random value, it's going to rotation. Okay, it's the rotation and the scale, randomizing rotation and scale. So it would make it a lot easier for us if we could just label it so that we can see things and remember what they do. So there is a function, layout frame, which will let you add in a frame, and then you can drag something into that frame there. It's just a little time consuming to do that. If you have the node Wrangler add-on installed, which it comes with Blender, you just have to enable it, check that box. Then with your selected nodes selected, you can hit Shift P and it will automatically add a frame around it. Node Wrangler does a lot more than that, but everyone should have it enabled. It's just amazing. It's used by so many people. But anyways, with that frame, if I hit N and then go to node where it has label, I can type in N.
A cake cookie is a shortcut treat typically made by mixing a box of cake mix with just eggs and oil for a soft, chewy cookie. Tastes like cake. Ooh, I might have to try that out. I've never, yeah, no, I mean, sometimes I eat like sweet candy, but like, I don't really usually eat sweet stuff, so like, that's like pretty interesting to me. I've never had that.
Anything. So I could type in randomize scale and rotation. And then go to node where it has label, I can type in anything. So I could type in randomize scale and rotation. Ha! And then I can do the same here. With this here, just remembering what it's just amazing. It's used
I
by so
believe you,
many
yeah.
people. But anyways, with that frame, if I hit N and then go to node, where it has label, I can type in anything. So I could type in randomize scale and rotation. Ha! And then I can do the same here. With this here, just remembering what does that multiply thing do again? It is multiply density for small scale. Cool. All right, now let's make this piece of candy look like a sugar tube instead of a box. It's getting annoying. So let's add in a subsurf modifier. And remembering what I said at the start, it works top to bottom. So the reason this is all out of whack is that it's doing the subsurf.
How do I do that? Anyways, I have to go. I want to play some games and watch other videos. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. You too. I appreciate you stopping by.
After the geometry nodes, it works getting annoying. So let's add in a subsurf modifier. And remembering what I said at the start, it works top to bottom. So the reason this is all out of whack is that it's doing the subsurf after the geometry nodes. So reverse that, and now it's in the correct order. It's applying it to that. And I'll set this to viewport 3, and then just to make this look more like a sugar cube, which has a flat bottom, in edit mode I'm going to hit Control R to add in a loop cut, click, and then move it down like so, and you've now got the appearance of like a flat bottom. And I could like even taper the top a little bit, make it look more like a little sugar cube. And I like the origin point flat on the floor like that. Very nice. Also, everything has a bevel, right? Especially for this piece of sugar here. If I wanted to catch the light reflected in different ways, it would be good if it was beveled. So I'm just going to add a bevel modifier to my tiny, tiny, tiny little sugar crystal. I just have to set this scale to like 0.00, no, an extra 0. There we go. So it's like a 1 millimeter bevel or something. Let's go 2. There we go. Nice. So now it's got a little bevel on each of those sugar crystals. Very nice.
I don't know if I want to do this. I'm not really learning much, but I did like the Shift P, like label. That was cool. Um, yeah. Okay, I will try to continue this another day, I suppose.